Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sounds of my voice. North, south, east, west, and all points in between. You've tuned in to the July 29th, 2025 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host, van driver, facilitator, administrator, teacher, and most importantly, head chef, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have you with us. Glad you could join us. Glad you decided to spend your Tuesday evening with us. And that's something we don't take lightly. And I appreciate your support. We hope and pray that you had a good day today. And if not, well, you made it through this day, and we hope that tomorrow be a better day for you. How about that? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. And we got this show tonight about my well, let me just show this up here. My trip from hell. And this might be the whole show right here, though. How I got broken down, though. So hopefully you got your popcorn and your peanuts and popcorn and peanuts, your snacks and everything else. Just sit back and just enjoy. Let's see who's all here. Let's see who's all here. If it's your first time here, hey, let us know and let us know where you are watching from. Okay. Let's do that, okay? Let's see. Up front, Danielle Daniels. Good evening, ma'am. Great to have you here, ma'am. Valerie's Zachary Cabot from Huntsville. Good evening to you, my friend. Great to see you. I need to talk to you. Great to see you. Shireen from the DMV. From our nation's capital. Good evening. Glad to see you with us tonight. Glad. Hey, Latoya, good to have you from Maryland. Good to have you here. Glad to have you here, my friend. Have you talked to any psychics? Okay. Oh yeah, you and your song. I'm gonna have to sing you that song. I'm gonna have to do that one day. Just remind me. Okay. Marcus Wilbanks from the 205. Glad to have you here with us, sir. Always a pleasure to have you here, sir. Minister Missionary Angela. Glad to have you here from the Palmetto State, South Carolina. Good to have you here, ma'am. Good to have you here. Thank you. To God be the glory. Pastor Baldus, also from South Carolina. Good to have you here, sir. Yes, Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. Yes. Today was a blessing. I went to an event to get free fruit and vegetables. Oh, free. Well, hey, what's the old saying? If it's free, give me 3. So I get you on that. Minister Erica Stanley from Kansas City, Mo. Glad to have you here from the Show Me State. Stephanie Edwards, good to have you here, my friend. Great to have you here. And Daniel, you also from the DMV. That's great. That is great. Quite welcome. Just remind me. Amen. Okay. That's good. I'm on this to anyone else. Because I'm just gonna get started with here and I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. Well, folks, since y'all here, I don't know how many y'all here, but I'm trying to wait till other folks show up though. But I don't know how long it's gonna take, and I don't like to hold people up though. So, and it's almost a quarter after, so Do y'all want me to do a little icebreaker, or do y'all want me to just get straight with the story? Show of hands. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Sheena, good to have you here. I'm so sorry about your father. I am so sorry. I give you a virtual hug. Praying for you and yours. Okay? Just let me know. Icebreaker. Shireen says icebreaker. Okay. Who else says icebreaker? We are here. Let's go, as in with the story. Knowing you, you probably said, let's go with the story. I know you. I'm leaning toward what you're saying too, my friend. Okay. Anyone else? Going once, twice. Stephanie Edwards. Okay. Okay. Stephanie says icebreaker. Latoya says story, please. I hear you. Well, you know what? Hey, Cassandra from Kansas. Good to have you here. Okay. You know what? Let's get started. We're just going to just get started. You know. Yeah. And Erica says the story. Let's get started, though. Let's get started, though. Okay. Let me just give this disclaimer. Well, I guess disclaimer, whatever. Now, I'm not telling this story to run down one of my exes. She and I have a pretty decent relationship. It's amicable. And honestly, she's a good person. I'll say that in a court of law. She's a good person. She's one of the good ones. It's just a story that, a lot of us want to. I would just like to share this story with y'all about long distance relationships and traveling and what have you, though. Okay? Okay. So that's it right there. So I'm not going to run it down. And of course, please feel free to ask questions, for clarifications or what have you, though. Okay? How do I look tonight, y'all? How do I look tonight? How do I look? Y'all let me know. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to get started right now. Prologue. Okay, I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. Met this young lady. I'm trying to give, I don't even know what kind of nickname I want to give her. I don't know. Y'all give me a nickname to give her, a decent, a respectful nickname. But we met each other in the earlier version of SBC. I'm talking about this was way back in 2001. Met online and was friends, and this eventually ended up being a long distance relationship. I said, okay, ended up being a long distance relationship. And would talk every night, ran my phone bill up and everything. But hey, it was worth it. We had a nice time. And then just talked for years. I'm talking about years. And then round about after more than 2 years, opportunity came. Her church was coming down to, I forgot what southern city it was. Oh yeah, she's from Michigan. And they was coming to either Tennessee or Georgia. I forgot. I honestly forgot. And somehow she made a detour and decided to come over here with her son, one of her sons, and visit me here in Alabama. So that's the little prologue right there. Okay. Now we finally meet. It was a Friday. It was the Friday before Veterans Day of that year. And let me look at what y'all saying. Let's look at what y'all saying. Perline, okay. Okay. Wait, let me put this up here right now. Well, let's call her Michigan. Yeah. I just call her Miss Michigan. Okay, Renee says Perline though. So Biscuit saying Perline. So I don't know. I might Miss Perline. Okay. Well, but Friday came. She was in town. She called me for directions because we didn't have all this technology what we got now. We finally met. We finally meet. Well, we met. Okay. And great. We knew how each other looked or what have you, though, but it was just it hit differently when you finally meet in person, though. And gorgeous woman. And I must say I was a handsome man too myself, though. I had hair. But anyway, things went well. We went out to eat, and I had custody of one of my nephews. So her son and my nephew, they hit it off good, and we just talked. We went out and we just enjoyed ourselves that Friday. We just talk, chit chat, and what have you. And I think we had watched a movie at my house. We didn't do too much of anything. And we just watched the movie and just chit chat more. Okay. So that was that Friday. Okay. Here comes Saturday. We didn't do too much anything. We probably went out for more food. I forgot. Might have been pizza or something. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Pizza, what have you. And we just chit chatted. No, I remember we went to the mall, to the Galleria. We went to the Galleria that day. And we had a blast. We had a nice time there. And nothing spectacular, too much happened. We just went. We may have eaten there, what have you, though. I had a good time. Came back home, I think we watched another movie. That was it. And I know what y'all saying. Okay, Mike, get to the juicy part. I'm just trying to set things up. So Sunday, the next day, Sunday rolls around. We went somewhere and ate. And that's when she suggested that I go back to Michigan with her. And I was like, and I was trying to convince her, well, hey, I don't have any money, and she insisted that, hey, I could stay at her place and she would take care of my way back home. Okay. But I insisted that, well, instead of doing it now, since it was last minute, what have you, let's look into this the next month and see how things look. Well, I'm trying to be respectful. That voice you women give us when y'all want something from us. Like, oh, you're not gonna do it. You're just saying it, blah, blah, blah. And against better judgment, I relented. Okay? I relented. I sat there and how long ago was this? This was 2003. This was 2003. Good question. Against better judgment, I decided to go. to go back with her. Hey, I needed a trip out. It'd be a nice little vacation. I decided to go. So we went late on that night. She met my parents and my other nephew. And we talked, sat there, had a good time. Then I told my mother that, hey, I'm going back up there to Michigan with her. And you know mothers, and especially if you know my mother, she just looked at me, and people say me and my mother look alike, and we do. She just gave me that look, you know, and I say, hey, I'm going to be fine. Everything going to be all right. Everything's on the up and up. Okay. We were leaving the next day, which was that Monday. Okay. Let me see what's going on with the comments got to say. What the comments saying so far. If yeah, that's been, yeah, it's been, yeah, nagging. Yeah, nagging. Okay, yeah, okay. So we decided to go the next day because she was going back. She had to go back to work. So long story short on this, I went, got my prescriptions, got everything done for the road trip, got my clothes packed and everything. Sent my nephew, who I had in my custody, over to his maternal grandmother's house. Stayed there for the duration, and we got in her car, me, Pearline, and her son. We got in her car, and we was heading up to Michigan. So, right there, and yeah, maybe so. So, we got on the road trip. What happened next? Well, I tell you. I tell you right after these messages, after this break. Y'all ain't got no kind of sense. Y'all ain't got no kind of sense. You know that. You know that. Okay, let's enjoy the show. Hey Tad, how you doing? Okay, we back, y'all. Let's get back. So we got on the road. We on the road to Michigan. Well, it was about 12. It was 12 plus hours. It was more than 12 hours, though. I mean, under normal circumstances, it was a 12-hour drive one way, but it was 12 hours. And it was nice. I mean, there was some pretty sights. Kentucky is a beautiful state. The Commonwealth of Kentucky is a beautiful state at night. It's gorgeous. Tennessee, I've been through Tennessee before. Nice place. Went through Indiana. And Indiana was Indiana. That's the best I could tell you. We went through, I think we made it through Ohio, and we finally made it to Michigan. And thank you, Tan. Thank you so much. We made it to Michigan, to Capital City, Lansing, Michigan. And we got there early in the morning. We were tired, exhausted, tired. I mean, we were Tiiide, tired. So, okay. Made it there. She lived, I don't know, I won't tell everything, but we got freshened up. My son made it to school or what have you. Came home, nice place, nice clean place, nice house, nice area, okay? And I mean, place I would love to live, to be honest with you. But it was cold though, because when we left Alabama, it was like in the upper 60s when we left. Up there, it was cold up there. At one point, it started snowing. So, but it was nice. Had breakfast. I think we had pancakes, what have you, and just went to sleep. Okay. So I stayed at her place. Okay. Nice bed and what have you. Now, this part may not seem so exciting. Day one, which was Tuesday, which was also Veterans Day of that year. Nothing too much. Just sat around the house, yik-yacked and talked, had a nice time and what have you, though. Okay, no problem. Wednesday, again, nothing too much because she had to go to work. So I'm at the house by myself. I'm just watching videos and I think I was on the computer, not doing too much of anything. Again, nothing too much going on. I know when she came home from work, she took me to visit one of her friends. And that went well, nothing too out of sight. We just went. That was it. Nothing too much right there. Thursday rolls around. Sitting at home again, watching TV. Nothing's happened. She goes to work, come home, or what have you. Let me read some of these comments first. Then I'm going to continue on. Let me see. Sis Allen. Oh, you in Michigan, in Detroit. Okay, you in Motown. Okay, and with Cleo. Yeah, it is a huge difference. I found that out the hard way. Hey, Shell, good to have you here. And Michigan weather is very temperamental. Born, raised in, I could believe that. So, she goes to work, come back. We have a little supper. We talking. No problem. Everything is fine. Well, okay, in fairness to her, she had taken time off to go with her church to this event in, like I said, I don't know, was it Tennessee or Georgia? So she took her, time off to do that. So she had to come back to work, and it was no original plan for me to come back with her when she was on her way over here. So basically, she did this at the seat of her pants. So in fairness, but she was very hospitable though. I mean, again, ate good. She was very hospitable. Didn't do too much on that day. Okay. So I'm glad you said that though. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what happened. So, let me put this up here. Maybe I should put this up here. Yeah, I should say this. Road trip and arrival. So, Thursday, she had to go to choir practice at her church. She had to go to choir practice at her church. So I'm there, and I think I was there with her son. We watched TV or played video games or something, though. So she went to, about maybe after 2 hours, 2.5 hours, she comes home. And she looks spooked, shaken, like she got a bad diagnosis from the doctor. And I'm like wondering what's going on. And she tells me, Mike, you gotta go. You can't stay here. You got to go. I was getting kicked out. What led to this? What led to me getting all of a sudden evicted? I tell you, after this break. You know what, Angela? This is why I get commercial free players, man. Hell, well, yeah. I don't know. I'm not trying to condition y'all, but it is a water break, you know. Yeah, yeah. I'll leave that out next time. Okay, let me get to this. Well, you know, I gotta take a little sip of H2O. I get parched talking to y'all. You know. Wait, you can't tell us no more story. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna try to tell more. No, I'm just doing it for this particular thing, though. Oh gosh, it was gonna be a negative Nancy. I'm not even gonna put this up here. If I'm going too long, leave. That's the only thing. I hate to sound negative. Leave. That's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing I can say. Leave. But don't be negative. And if you don't leave, I get rid of you myself. So don't do that. Okay. Thank y'all though. Let's keep it positive though. Okay. We getting there. Now. Okay. Anybody agree? Amen. Okay. She comes in and tell me I got to leave. I was like, thank you, Keisha. And you all right with me, Cleo. But I'm not gonna hold y'all up. But just had to address the negative Nancy's though. So, that's the only thing I can say. Okay. That almost said something. The Lord had to stop me from saying that, but I will tell them this at the after party though. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I got something to tell somebody at the after party. Okay. Don't get distracted, Michael. She tells me I gotta leave. I got to leave. No, okay, no. Now, you confused. I was visiting. Didn't I just say I was visiting? I was visiting, but I was staying with her at her place. I was staying at her place as a guest until I get back to Alabama. Maybe I didn't clarify it, or maybe it should have been, you know. Okay. Here we go. Y'all follow me. She come in and said, I got to leave her place. She got to leave her place. I'm sitting up there like, she went to choir practice. Okay. And her first lady was there. And her first lady said this. And I don't want to misquote what she said. But she said, and y'all hold on to your seats, to your wigs for this one. She said, and Lord forgive me because I don't want to lie on anybody, that the Lord has revealed to her that one of y'all got a man living in y'all house. Let me repeat. The Lord has revealed to me that one of y'all got a man living in y'all house, staying at y'all house. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. And I'm sitting up there like, huh? I'm just here for a few days or whatever. But now I got to go. And she was like, you got to leave. And this was that Thursday night. I'm sitting up here like, wow. And I'm going to give a little commentary right now. I would love my pastor and first lady or what have you. But to me, that's overreach. Whomever I have living at my house, that's my business. Okay? That's my business. Unless you paying rent there, I'm renting from you or whatever, that's my business. You don't tell me who's at my house or who I can't or what have you. Plus, I believe, what's the best way of me saying this? I personally believe that was some false prophecy, because I can look into this audience right now and I can say, oh, the Lord done revealed to me that you dealing with hypertension. Well, guess what? Most likely, some of y'all are dealing with high blood pressure, you know, or the Lord done revealed to me that you're single. Well, dang, y'all single, you know. So I don't know where that comes from. I honestly don't know where that comes from, y'all. So, but I say it this way, I wasn't amused. I didn't appreciate that. I'm over 1,000 miles away from home. What do I do? What do I do? Uh-oh, here we go. The first lady shouldn't be saying that. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, God didn't let her know that. It was for a few. Tasha, I like, yeah, now you remember. Oh, Jackie. That's my, I call her my one of my best friends, and that's my sister, Jackie. She remember. So she know I'm telling the truth. Okay. Well, the thing about it is Pearline didn't tell anybody that I know of. Here's your prayer. You know what? We're gonna get to that, Erica. Okay. I I don't know. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna try to wrap this up. Hey, Cy, how you that's my buddy Cy. She looking too. I'm trying to tell you, it was a mess. Boots on the ground. We're gonna get to it. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. She asked you to come here. Now you have to leave. No, she wasn't married. Daddy went to the upper room, so no. But yeah, exactly. I'm gonna let this say this. Well, y'all got some more. Let me get this up here. Dang, Best Western. Side don't start that. I don't know about a bit false prophecy. It may not been. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Well, you know what? Why I say that though? You had a lot of women in there, and there's a good chance that other women had a man there as well. So that's why. And I get where you coming from. You're a minister, but I believe. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move on with the story though, because we're gonna talk about this in the after party. That would do this. Sometimes they would be right. Okay, the first lady was out of order. I was visiting, and you know what, Michelle, you're telling the truth right there. You telling the truth right there. Okay, she may have. She may have somebody, and she took it too far. Hey, who knows? Who knows? Okay, I'm looking at the time, so here we go. So, but guess what, though? You know, God always have a ram in the bush. So happened that one of my longtime childhood friends happened to live in Lansing. And we knew this. I was able to stay with him. We got up that next day, which was Friday morning. I called him ahead of time, and he said I could stay with him till I get ready to go. So God had a ram in the bush right there. Went there, and it wasn't the most comfortable place, but I am grateful for his hospitality as I slept on the couch. But I truly appreciate him taking me in with all things considered. Oh, and let me straighten up some things. One of the reasons why I didn't want to come there in the first place, because I was broke. I didn't have that much money to go anywhere and do, to travel. And that's why I was trying to get her to say, hey, let's do this next month. So here I am in another state. I'm broke. I didn't have enough money to travel and stay in a hotel. So I'm there. I'm glad. Okay, good. Thank you. So, I didn't have any money. I tried to, so I was just sleeping on the couch. I was hoboing on the couch. So that Friday evening, Pearline comes to pick me up to meet her mother. And we went to her mother's house and we talked. I guess she looked at me like I was strange. I don't know if she was impressed with me or not, though. I remember I had some lemon cake. It was pretty good. She made some lemon cake and it was good. And we just sat there, enjoyed ourselves, and she brought me back to my friend's house. Okay. I'm going to speed this along because we're getting toward the end anyway. Jackie, I told you not to go. Okay. I get you. You know what? Let me address this. I get you wanting me to come up there now. I'm out. So y'all follow me, right? She wanted me to come up there. I came up. I relented against my own better judgment. Went up there. She got spooked by what her first lady said. I had to leave. I had to leave her house. Okay. Just to, yes. You know what? And L, you're right. You are. Then that's the point of this whole story too. You are absolutely right. I would not. Right there. Like I said, let's do this. But you're right, L. You're absolutely right. Wait. She honestly, you know what? She actually don't even know all this. What I'm telling y'all. She might know now. She might be watching. I just didn't think it important though at the time though. Okay, but let me get through because time winding up on this though. Saturday, we got there Saturday. Okay, Saturday at my friend's house. She came and picked me up and took me to her workplace. I sat there, went to her workplace with her. Then I went to her church. For some type of prayer, something. I don't know what it was, where we would go in different places around the church and pray. I'll probably go in more detail about it in the after part about the church prayer. It was different. That's the only thing I got to say about that. Came home to my friend's house. Okay. The next day, Sunday, we my friend and I, we went to his church. Okay. We went to his church and I enjoyed myself there because it was a small church. Even though it was up north, it was a small, almost country church. And I felt at home there. I truly felt at home at that church. And it was nice. So, came home. That afternoon, Pearline came, picked me up for dinner at I think at her place. Then she took me to the evening service at her church. Now let me tell you something. This is a big old church. The contrast between my friend's church and Pearline church, this was almost mega church proportion. Got there. Remember, we dealing with a lot of Northerners, and I'm this country boy, this country guy from Alabama. They were so intrigued with my accent. They were loving my right there. You know what? Right here. She's showing you off, but told you to get. Okay, calm down, Erica. I could feel the anger. I appreciate that anger too. But people were like, wow, you from Alabama. We love your accent. So had the church. I actually enjoyed the church. Okay. She brought me home back to my friend's house. So the next day is Monday. Monday is the day that was designated for me to come back home to Alabama. I mean, hey, I appreciate you. I'm agreeing with you, Erica. I appreciate your indignation. Trust me. Monday, the next day, the day that I'm supposed to come back home to Alabama, at least be on my way. Okay. And let me answer this with, yes, I did. I met First Lady and Pastor. And she showed no indication. You know what I'm trying to say. She had no negativity toward me or anything. Both of them. They were a nice couple too. So make of that what you would think. Way too many. Yes, Reggie, you're right. Well, I did. I mean, I was still stuck in Michigan. I was still stuck there. So we trying to get here. We trying to land this plane though. So, but I would, okay, Reggie, if I had the money to have leave, and I'm glad you brought this up. Had I had the funds, the day she told me to leave, I had to leave her place. I would have left either that night or that next morning. Trust me. But when she was paying for it, what more could I have done? I get what you're saying, but there's nothing too much I could have done at that point. So, okay. Monday comes. Getting ready to go. Yeah, getting ready to go. Gave the key to my friend. And because he went to work though, he worked at night at the bus line though, and so I left the key. So that was my last time seeing him. Period. Because he died during COVID though. So I miss my friend though. But she came, picked me up, got in the car, about to try to head to what I thought was the bus station. And she tells me that she got her paydays confused. That she forgot she wasn't going to get paid that week. She was going to get paid next week. Say what? That means she probably wouldn't have been able to buy my ticket back home to Birmingham. Huh? Are you serious? What happens next? This is the last break. You know what? Right here. Right there. Angela, you said it right there. You said it good right there. Let me put some more up here. Then we about to get we almost at the end. Trust me. This story got me through by. This is like a light. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's crazy when you exactly. Thank you. Well, Angel, I'm good. Exactly. Oh boy. I hope that the after party starts. Okay, Mama. Okay, we gonna get there. We getting there. We gonna wrap this up because I'm looking at the time. Okay, we gonna really do this. Okay, let's go. I'm like, huh? So what she did, she tried to go to some type of payday loan and she couldn't get the money. So I'm like, oh goodness. So she went to her mother and borrowed the money, the bus fare from her. She came back in the car. I didn't go in with her. She came back in the car and she was like, well, my mother was like, oh, you getting that money for this? You getting this money for that man, aren't you? And it made me look bad, like I was a bum or something. You know, you getting money for that man. She was talking about me, and it made me feel bad though. I was like, well, I didn't want to come at this time in the first place. You know, it made me really feel, I don't know, feel some kind of way. Okay. Made it to the bus station. Made it to the bus station. Um, got the ticket. Waiting on the bus. No problem. So, and she's talking, and she was talking about how what she just did with the money is gonna mess her up, mess up her finances. And I was thinking in the back of my head, and I'm gonna be honest, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. You the one wanting me up here. You say you gonna take care of everything. Now you want to flip the script. That's not my issue. Mm. Wait a minute, Erica. Thank you. Right there. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. And thank you, Shireen, too. You know, you ain't lying. Yeah. And I was like, psh, not my issue. So, long story short, got on the bus, did our hugs and goodbye. Uh, Made it back. That was that, what was that, Monday evening. I got back to Birmingham. Got back to Birmingham round about, it was afternoon. I forgot. I don't know, was it 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 o'clock? I forgot. Okay. But I made it. It was still daytime. I know that. It wasn't evening. When I got back home, it was raining. It was cold. So, okay. So made it home. Got my nephew back. The end. That was the end right there. That was very the end. Now, epilogue, uh, the follow up. She and I continue to be in this LDR for another year. We talked for another year, and we went our separate ways almost a year to the day. Had nothing to do with that trip from hell. Had nothing to do with with that. But it was some stuff I'll tell you about at the after party as to why we went our separate ways. We're amicable to this day, but that was foul. Because again, if I invited you to live with me while you're on vacation, nobody outside of my my place gonna tell me who I can host or whatever. They don't control it. If they're not paying any bills here, shut up. That's just me right there. So I hated that right there. And especially we were in a relationship, I hated that. I hated that. I hated that. I thought that was foul though. And I say this, and I got a saying that God watches over babies and fools. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, cats and dogs, he watched over this food for that week. He watched over this food, you know. So that was it. That was it. Any questions? Any questions, comments? Anyone else had a similar experience or hellish, you know? I just hope this helps somebody. That, you know, I learned my lesson that if I'm going somewhere, you know, and I read, yeah, ain't that right, Pastor? Amen. Amen. Because I read a lot of you sisters say that if I'm going somewhere, I'm gonna make sure I got money. And you got money. It was a romantic relationship. It was a romantic relationship. So again, you know, if you're gonna go meet someone out of town or whatever, have some money. And y'all know that, but I didn't know better. I like this right here. If she had that type of teaching, understanding, or pre-conviction by having a man in the house even for a visit, she oh gosh. My y'all, I had told my mother never knew this story. She never knew this story. This been over 20 years ago. She just found out. She in the comment section. Oh goodness. She gonna whoop me, y'all. And trust me, that old lady could still beat my behind though. Oh, oh goodness. Okay. Well, I rolled back with her. She had drove down there, and I rolled back with her. That's why. More to be learned. Yeah, of course. Exactly. Yes, I met a guy. He was rude. We slept on the air mattress, I think. Oh, and you didn't know he was married. Oh man, that's so messed up. That's dangerous. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Within that said, I thought you both would have talked about it before, even if you told her you didn't have. I tried to tell. Like I said, I said this earlier. I tried to say, hey, let's do this next month. But both y'all deserve each other. Decline the invitation and delayed. Well, yeah, there's a lot of morals out of that. Yeah. No, no, absolutely not. No. Oh boy. So I hope y'all enjoyed the story. I hope I didn't go too long. I hope I didn't drag or whatever. And if it's not, please forgive me. You know, yeah, I learned. Lesson learned. I just shouldn't have went. I didn't think anything was scary or foul, but I just shouldn't have went. I shouldn't have went. You know. Well, thank you. I just hope this could help. And I didn't use this to run her down. This is a story I thought, hey, this would be a good episode and somebody could be blessed. And I'm telling you, I don't mind it, but it was 2 years. 2 years. We were together 2 years. Yes, Sonia, exactly. Well, no, we got along good. I mean, it wasn't, you know, I know better. But I mean, It's still ended though. It's still ended. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. Well, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. So, so that's it, y'all. I'm glad y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully something can be learned from this. And, I just poured myself out to y'all. And, feel good though. And hopefully and prayerfully this helped other folks. Right? Good. No, it wasn't, but this was serious though. Well, that's my best I could just say. Okay. Well, guess what, folks? Apparently, we're out of time and overtime. Surprise, surprise. No, I think she gonna whoop me. I think she got a belt now, or a stick or something. I think she gonna whoop me. You quite welcome. You quite welcome, and hopefully this can help. She gonna ask me some questions though. My mother, we're gonna ask me some questions. Ooh, okay. Like I said, God watches over babies and fools. No, yeah. Well, I got another story. If y'all got another hour, I'll tell it. No, that's all right. That's all right. So do y'all like this? I mean, we're going to go back to the original format on next episode, though. But I just wanted to do that, though. If y'all like these stories, but I just wanted to share that with y'all, okay? Let's move on, though, because we out of time over time. Hey, bro Cole, good to have you, sir. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. You being true to yourself. Okay, Jack. Dog, everybody here tonight. Okay, Shireen, I like the story time. Okay. Let's move on. We out of time over time. Up next at the bottom of the hour, we're gonna have the after party. I tell you some more stuff left over. If you're interested, but you have to be a member of SBC and SBCC to get in. And this graphic is already up. The link is already posted in the groups. So just wait, at 1:30. We're going to let people in, though. So, okay. And then, Lord willing, we'll have the weekly fellowship start at the same time we did this week. Let's come on in, bring your popcorn, peanuts, and everything else. And if it's the Lord's will, we're going to have another crazy edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Okay? Invite your friends, family, neighbors, pastor, dog, pet, everything. Just invite everybody. Thank y'all so much for your patience. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed it and hope lessons were learned. So thank you so very much. Thank y'all. Be good. Be blessed. Be vigilant. Stay vigilant. Be careful out there. Be good to each other. Love on each other. Be kind. And don't take any wooden nickels. So until next time, so long, everybody.
You saw me when I couldn't see myself, pulled my heart off that dusty shelf. No need for mirrors when you're around. You lift me up without a sound. True to you like the sun to the sky. You're my steady when the world runs dry. No need for fancy words or lies. You're the reason my soul can fly. sets in. Laugh like the world could never win. Through every storm, every tear we've cried, I see your light where the truth resides. When the weight gets heavy on my chest, you're the shoulder where my spirit rests. Just a friend, but you feel like more. You're the key that unlocks my door. True to you like the stars in the night. You're my harbor when the tide's inside. Every whisper, every silent try. You're the answer to my why. So here's my heart, this love I send to the kind of soul that'll never bend. No title needed, no vows to bind.